Yo everyone, welcome back for another video on Legend of Mushroom. Today it is time to go in PvP and with the Plume Monarch class, alright? It has been a long time since the last time I tried that. I spent some time trying things with that class recently during the week, last week, and I think that I found something working pretty well with the stats I have on my account. We are gonna check that, guys, alright? So, let me just change my build again because I was on my build to be the theater and do my PvE content. I'm just going on that build for the PvP content. So, basically, first of all, I'm showing you the build I am running in PvP, and then I am going directly in battle, alright? You will see that I am sitting on a lot of stats for that class, but it is still performing pretty well in my opinion for the stats I have, okay? So, first of all, the gear. My lowest piece of gear is the belt, level 200 and then 202. My character is 203, so I can have some 204, maybe 205 as well. So, it is giving me a pretty nice amount of stats. On every single piece of gear, I have both a crit rate and combo, and I am a bit above the 100%. Right, so these are the skills I am using. Lower the resistance of the target with the smoke bomb, and then I try to increase my damage and my resistance with the 100 slashes here, and the blitz assault, of course, you know about it. These are the paths I am running. I'm trying to lower the damage I take. This is why I'm using the deer, and then everything to increase my crit damage, my combo, and lower the crit resistance of the target, because today in PvP, players have a lot. For my relics, I'm trying to work on my crit rates, on my attack, on the efficiency of all the other relics, on my basic attack, even though it doesn't deal a lot of extra damage, and that to improve the efficiency of the 100 slashes skill right here. At the prayer statue, I'm sitting on a lot of power. I'm far away from the 100%. I am currently working on it. If I go there, this is what I am using right now. I'm lacking 21%. If I show you that, I have 3 very nice affixes. I'm lacking only 2% for now, but I still needed 2 more affixes. So I am currently working on that, guys, alright? For the rest, coming back here, I'm gonna show you the talents I am running right now in PvP. This is the one, right? So on the archery, as always, since the beginning, the first thing to focus on is the left tree on the archery tree. You want to take this one to increase your crit damage over time in battle, and then the combo one on the right to increase your combo damage during the time in battle. Then you want to increase your basic attack, you want to increase your combo damage on the right, your combo damage on the left, and the crit damage on the left. Alright, this is the priority if you want to play a Plume Monarch class, alright? Then you want to go on the Fury. After upgrading all of these on the archery tab, you want to go on the right to take the crit damage bonus. If you have enough feathers before taking that, you want to go on the left, and generally I was recommending to take that skill right here. So over time in battle, you are getting more attack speed, more crit rate, and more attack, but it takes a lot of time then. So if you are fighting against a tank, it is pretty interesting to take that if you think you can survive long enough. Otherwise, depending on the items you have on your account, you want to go and take this one on the right. If you have the cheetah mount, if you have the cinder wolf, if you have the Christian mount, this one is great because you are going to fall down below 20% HP at some point in the battle, probably earlier than if you were staying alive using that node right here. So you are getting these stats way earlier in battle, more attack speed, more crit damage, and you are more efficient early in battle if you fall down below 20% HP. Take that only if you're using these mounts, alright? Otherwise, it is not gonna work. Then you want to take the crit damage, as I said, and then just HP, attack, and defense everywhere. And if you're facing a DPS class in front, you want to take some crit resistance, so you're gonna nullify a lot of damage, alright? So this is basically what I recommend to take right here. And you have the ignore combo, just in case you are facing another Plume Monarch. It can help a lot on both sides. Then on the sorcery, you want to take on the left and take that node here to get some more attack in battle, up to 30% after casting some skills, right? If you are facing a tank, you want to take that to one the target, so he's gonna receive less heals during the battle. That is very important. If you want to max out, min-max your class, you want to take some skill damage as well, but you don't care otherwise. It is not very efficient, whatever. You want to take that on the right if your goal is to be the tank, so you have more active skill regen, so you recover your skills faster in battle. And one more time, the crit resistance if you're facing a DPS class, okay? Then on the right you have the ignore counter, just in case you have a Warbringer in front, and you have the same on the left. And this is what I am running right now. And on the Tame Beast 3, I decided to go on the top to get more resistances. That build is not made to beat a specific kind of class, alright? It is here to try to be more efficient against all the classes. So it is pretty good if you want to, if you're a bit lazy, if you don't want to switch your build every time you face a specific kind of player, kind of class in front. And it is pretty nice for a defense build overall in PvP. So this is what I am running right now. In terms of stats, guys, this is what I have: 100% crit rate, 13,000% crit damage, a pretty nice amount, 1,300% crit resistance. It is not that high, but it is still doing the job against the DPS class. 51% ignore combo and 64% ignore counter. It is working very well in PvP. I have a 22% counter strike. It is coming from my divining path right here. It is useless because I don't have a lot of counter damage. I don't even remember. Yeah, it is here. Yeah, 4,400, so I'm not relying on that. I'm not even sure if it is providing any extra source of damage because enemies in front have a lot of resistance for the counter, so it doesn't apply any extra damage, I guess. I'm not even sure about that. Combo, I have a bit more than 100%. The higher I can get, the better, because the more the ignore combo the target has, the less the chance you have to land a combo. This is how it works. So today, it is great to have more than 100% for your main class. Ignore stun, it is not that high, to be honest. If the target has a lot of stun, then my build is not gonna work that well. Evasion, I don't have a lot. Ignore evasion, I don't have a lot, but the Plume Monarch can ignore the evasion when he lands the class skill, so it is enough. Basic attack multiplier, not that high. A combo multiplier, same comment, not that high. I can have close to 64,000% if I upgrade everything correctly on that class, but I am running with that for now. For the rest, combo damage res at 28% only, counter damage res 58%, skill damage res at 29%, and pile damage res 20%. My resistances suck a lot. I need to work on that as well. For the rest, I got close to 5,000 pierce. I have a 2,700 block. Pretty nice amounts for a Plume Monarch. And then I got some pile resistance, and that is pretty all. 25% damage res, and these are my main stats right here. For the rest, guys, the souls I am using right here, I balanced the 3 damage souls, the combo, the attack, and the crit damage, and then I have a lot in HP, and that is pretty all. Just to be in crit resistance, so I'm a bit more efficient against the DPS classes, but not that much, right? By the way, being here, I have the legendary combo here, another one there, and another one there, and I am lacking only 4% right here on that soul. For the rest, the scrolls, I maxed out my attack. The level 200 is the max. I have half the scrolls into my crit damage, and then just a bit more into my HP, so I can survive a bit more, and I can have a bit more stats right here. So this is what I have, because this is a new week, so I have more scrolls, you know what I mean. Okay, for the dividing path, this is what I have. This is the build, the path I was using for my Warbringer. So I have some pierce, block, ignore evasion, ignore counter, ignore combo. This is pretty nice, and a bit of pierce as well. I need to continue working on that. And some crit rate here as well. So pretty nice stats right here. I got some crit rate, pierce, red pierce, counter strike. Pretty good for the Warbringer. Pierce, global attack combo, still pretty good. Pierce, Pal Inspire, don't care about that crit rates. Ignore combo 1%, ignore combo 3% there. Pierce 500, block 260. And there I have Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike and crit rate, Counter-Strike, crit rate. Yeah, that was for my Warbringer. This is what I told you. And I have another build. By the way, sometimes I'm switching to this one, on which I have a ton of ignore combo. So if I want to be the PLUME Monarch, I'm switching on that build. Generally, it is more efficient. And I think that on that build, I'm gonna try to work on the resistances and stuff like that, because yeah, it is super efficient against a DPS class. I'm gonna show you the ignore combo in a moment during the video, right? So stay here until the end, guys. Look at that. This is 20% difference. And it is a real difference. So, what about the rest? This is the avian I'm running. Multiple shots, though I can deal some damage based on the target's current HP every time I'm doing a combo, almost 50% of the time. Good against the tank and not good against other players. This one reduces all active skill durations by 19%, rage bonus to increase my crit damage, and shroom combo to increase my combo damage, right? And this is the Sunshine Bringer, so I can reduce the duration of the control received on my character. It is pretty good against other DPS classes, and I wonder if it is good against the tank. Maybe I should try to use another one, whatever. It is pretty good, pretty decent for all situations in PvP. This is the main reason why I'm running that avian right here. For the hero cards, guys, I am using the Lamb Thief as main to increase both my attack and defense, this one to increase my defense, and this one to increase my attack speed in battle. What about the rest? I think I covered everything about my build. Not the Guardian. I forgot to talk about the Guardian, guys. One more time, this is the one I was running for my Warbringer. If I go to the remolds, I got some Counter-Strike. Yeah, 2 purple Counter-Strike. I'm still working on the global tenacity penetration. I spent like 100 here. Wasn't able to get better than the green affix, so this is a bit bad. But I got a red one, so I'm not complaining a lot about that. I still need to work on the blue on the left and on the green here and on the green there. And here I got another purple, so this is pretty nice, but this is not even a yellow, so I can improve that as well. This is my main goal, to improve first my global tenacity penetration, guys. And when I will have better than that, I will destroy everyone in PvP, but I can't get any luck at all, so it is not improving for now. So, the items I have equipped on my character right now, the Cinderwolf, this sword here to deal some damage, and that back accessory to heal in battle. I'm gonna run multiple tests, guys, because the efficiency might differ in function of the items I am running. So we will check that in battle. So here, for example, we have another PLUME Monarch, guys. I'm gonna switch my items. I'm gonna use the same as he is using, the cheetah mount, the chrono artifact, and for the back accessory, I think he's using this one as well. You receive a lot of heals, especially when you are using a PLUME Monarch, so we are gonna try that first. 205 million power. He has more power than me. This is not his true power. Don't trust that. I think he has a 250 million power. I have a 232 million. I got more HP. He has way more final attack. He has a bit more defense, the same amount of attack speed. I got more crit damage, more resistance. I got a bit more ignore combo. This is almost equivalent. I got more combo. Interesting. He has 65,000, almost 66,000 combo multiplier, so way more than me. And what about the combo damage res? 38%, so he has a 10% more. Gonna begin the test on that player here. What about the Pierce? I got way more Pierce. He has more ignore Pierce. I got more blocks. So it should be kind of equivalent build, in fact. Some stats differ, but the overall, this is pretty equivalent, I guess. So let's see how it goes. Oh wait, did you see that? He was able to heal before proccing the cheetah mount. Dude, what have you done to me? Come on, let's retry that. It can't happen. What the hell was that? Like, he blocks my damage and healed all of a sudden like that? No, you can't do that to me, bro. Alright, it is better. Am I gonna win that? Yeah, that was a victory. So, as I told you, the two builds are pretty equivalent, even though he has way more attack and more combo multiplier. I have more pierce, I have more other things. And I am gonna change something, and I just realized that I forgot to talk about the ancients, the ruins here, the runes. I'm sitting on a lot of combo, basically 11% here. The max I can have is 25 to 27%. So I am working on that. In the past, I didn't have the green and red potions when I was working on the Plume Monarch, so I can only improve that. 13% here, a combo as main. Here, 17%. This is the highest coefficient I have. Counter damage raise as main. Here, crit damage as main, mandatory. 8% only, 8% only, and 13%. So fucking bad. So my combo damage here, 73%. I can have something close to 200, I guess, if I remember, maybe more. I don't know exactly, but I'm working on that. And I have a crit resistance set, not good at all. I need to work on a combo set instead of that. But I did with that. Alright, so I said that I wanted to change my preset here and retry. So if I go on the Plume, and now if I check my stats again, I have more combo on with that side, and I have way more ignore combo, 77%. So normally the results should be different, but I have way less pierce than before. So let's try to find him again. Where are you, my friend? Hello, Shreep. Where are you? Seems like I can't find him anymore. Come on. He's right there. So one more thing before, if I check the pierce, and now I have way less pierce than him. Still close to the same amount of block as before, and I have more ignore block, by the way. I had like 4,800 pierce on the previous test, but now I have way more ignore combo. So let's see the difference, guys, just in case you wanted to know. 77% ignore combo. Did you see my HP? It was way easier. It is insane. The ignore combo and the ignore counter is absolutely insane to be these classes. So I am working on that, and in the future I'm gonna switch to these builds if I want to be DPS classes, alright? So it is time to try against Rin. This is a very strong Warbringer, and he is destroying me today. Let's see how it goes if I run that build right here. I wonder if I can switch my divining path. Yes. I'm going with the Pierce first. Do I have a lot of ignore counter? Yes, 12%, but I think I have ignore counter as well on that build. I have even more. So yeah, this is perfect. I can't have better than this build. Same items on my side. Let's check the stats first. More HP, more final attack, a ton of defense. So he has even more power than Shreep and I. But what about the rest? Way less crit damage, alright. A lot of crit resistance, interesting for a DPS class. A lot of counter strike, alright. Evasion, ignore stun, no stun at all. What about the rest? Counter multiplier, 84,000%. Very nice amount. What about the combo damage res? 46%, yeah. At the base, the Warbringer counters the Plume Monarch, so don't need to have a very high amount of combo damage res, to be honest. What about the Pierce? What the fuck is that, bro? I think this is a bit overkill. Then it depends on the amount of ignore Pierce the target has, but what the fuck is that, dude? 7,000? I've never seen that. This is insane. It's so freaking high. Congratulations, bro. Just because of that, this is so high that, wow, insane. What about the block? Maybe you can try to improve your block instead, or is it really worth it to have such a high amount? I would love to try that. I would love to try that. This is insane. Whatever. Let's get in battle. Let's see how it goes against Rin. There we go. He's gonna destroy me. He's gonna destroy me. I swear he's gonna destroy me. Alright. Alright, I'm already dead. I'm already dead, guys. So the best I can do against that player is to switch my items. There is something I'm forced to do that, but if I'm using that, I am still dying. I'm gonna use that, and the Alien Dimension back accessory, by the way, is still pretty good. We are gonna check that, guys. Another try against Rin. Right, he destroyed me. I could heal. Broke the cheat amount, and I died right after that. I can't handle the cheat amount. If I am using the Cinder Wolf, I need to have enough damage to proc the cheat amount right when I proc the Cinder Wolf on my side. And so if that happens, I can remain alive because the cheat amount will be nullified by the effect of the Cinder Wolf. But my damage isn't high enough. So I need to improve that. And what if I use the other sword? This sword is pretty nice on both the Warbringer and the Plume Monarch class. But the Warbringer has a great advantage over the Plume Monarch. You can have way more counter multiplier than you can have some combo multiplier. So the damage, the burst with that sword is way better on the Warbringer. But you can still inflict some damage with the Plume Monarch. So let's see how it performs. If I can find him again, it should be at the top. Maybe not. Show yourself, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's check the burst. Pretty nice burst. Right, but then look at my health. Was able to heal, and I'm dead. Cheat amount one more time. But I was able to release a lot of damage before dying. Alright, it's time to do another try. Instead of that, what if I use the back accessory, Alien Dimension? Am I gonna survive? I'm gonna switch to that so I can survive a bit longer. And in the past, we were using the cheat amount here as well. So we were using that. Maybe I will survive a bit longer, but the other back accessory was healing me a lot. Oh, fuck, he was here. I'm talking a lot and I forgot to check if he was at the top. Let's go again. Still taking a crazy amount of damage. It is not helping at all to have the alien back accessory. I died. Didn't even proc the cheat amount that time. Alright, so let's try against the tank that time. We have a Serio here. Let's switch my items again and let's see how I can perform against him, alright? So in that case, I want to take that mount. So I will have more damage. I'm not sure then. I am not sure about what I want to use here. Gotta go with that back history. I'm gonna try that, you know. I'm still running a lot of tests. I need to try way more things in PvP, guys, until I find the thing working the best. So that's a strong Sacred Hunter in front. Wonder how much damage I'm gonna inflict to him. So I killed his Guardian, the TIE Spirit, so now he's taking a bit more damage than before. He procced my back accessory, so I was able to heal. I think I am using the Cinder Wolf, so I am almost dead already. Alright, it procced the Chrono Artifact, and I wasn't able to proc his Chrono Artifact. I know he's using that. So let's try to change my build, use something different. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm sitting on a lot of stats right now. So I can only perform better in the future. And by better, I mean way, way, way better, guys. Wait, where is the sword? Yeah, it was at the beginning. Let's use that instead. And let's retry with this. If I can find him again, he should be right here, I guess. Sorio. Alright, let's go again. The burst isn't that great on the tank. And look at my health. It procced the Cinder Wolf already. I'm receiving a lot of heals. Am I gonna proc his Chrono Artifact someday? I need to kill the Guardian first, and look at my health. It is just burning away. But I am close to proc his Chrono Artifact. Oh, I procced it! I procced it, so it was already way better. It was already way better than before. One more try, guys. That time I'm gonna try against the mage. And I think that against the mage, I need to change my items. I need to use that. And it should do the job, I guess. Maybe use the cheat amount would be a good idea. Let's try to find Angel. She's the strongest mage of my server. Pretty high stats, to be honest. A lot of HP though. This is interesting. A lot of combo damage raise, maybe 60%. This is pretty high. Ignore Pierce. Oh, she has a ton of Spears as well. Pretty nice number. What the hell is that? 6,666. Amazing. What about the skill damage? Skill damage at 3,000 almost. The skill crit damage at 413%. Pretty high amounts. Let's see how it goes. And she has a pretty interesting amount of regeneration, by the way, 6% almost. Let's check the battle. Normally, against a mage, I can survive the first skills, but then the second salve of skill is destroying me. So that was the first Betty Trace. I killed the Guardian. The second Betty Trace is destroying me. Okay, proc the Chrono Artifact. And it was super close. I was almost able to win that. I'm gonna switch my build again. I'm gonna use the cheat amount that time, and maybe the cheat amount is gonna help me to kill her. Let's find out. But it was very close. Let's go again, and this is gonna be the last try of the video, guys. Alright, the first Betty Trace. Right here, still attacking me. Guardian is dead. Second Betty Trace. It's gonna proc the Chrono Artifact. I'm getting a lot of heals, and then the cheat amount right after the Blitz Assault. So the cheat amount got her. Amazing. And this is it, guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. I'm still gonna continue working on that build. I have a lot of improvements to get. I can have so much more stats. I'm so impassioned, guys, but you know, I need a crazy amount of luck, at least for the runes here with the green potions. I'm gonna try that. We are still early during the week. I need to farm the Pantheon Trial. I'm gonna do another video on that, I guess, with the PLUME Monarch, how I perform in the Pantheon Trial. Have a nice day, guys. Take care. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.